Everywhere we turn, our food landscape is changing. Did you know that nearly 75% of grocery store items are processed or genetically modified? These bioengineered foods, often labeled as GMOs, strip our bodies of essential nutrients, contribute to weight gain, and disrupt hormonal balance, leaving women fatigued and vulnerable to chronic health issues. On today's show, I'll explore the importance of reading food labels, along with simple strategies to help you make better choices for your health. So, friend, if you're ready to get past confusing label terminology and transition to whole natural foods to empower you and protect your body, then grab a notebook and pen and let's dive in. Hey friend, welcome to Integrative Medicine for Energy and Health. Are you struggling with low energy, excessive weight, chronic fatigue, imbalanced hormones, or body aches and pains that are robbing you of enjoying life? If you're ready to take the guesswork out of living a healthier life, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Rekishia. I'm a mom, honorably retired Air Force veteran, award-winning author, social worker, and Christian alternative medicine provider. For years, I tried improving my health through conventional medicine and nothing worked until I finally found a simple strategy that was easy and fun. This podcast will provide you with natural ways to increase energy, lose weight, regulate hormones, and improve your mood. If you're ready to live, look, and feel better, grab your favorite cup of herbal tea and let's jump in. Hello and welcome to the Integrative Medicine for Energy and Health podcast. I'm your host, Rekishia McMillan, and I am so excited to have you here today. Whether you're a first-time listener or one of my amazing returning listeners, thank you for spending time with me. This is the show where we dive into practical ways to improve your health, balance your hormones, and boost your energy, all while embracing a holistic approach to wellness that's grounded in biblical principles. Today, we're going to explore the importance of reading food labels. We'll take a look at the hidden dangers of bioengineered and GMO foods and how they can contribute to weight gain, hormonal imbalances, and low energy. Most importantly, we'll uncover God's original design for our food, whole, natural, and nourishing. But before we jump in, I have a couple of exciting updates to share with you. First, my next Feel Great 21 program starts on February the 3rd, and there's still time for early registration. This program is a perfect jumpstart for any woman that's looking to transform their health. For 21 days, you'll join a supportive community that's focused on improving energy, losing weight, and mostly feeling great. So if you've been searching for a way to reset your health with accountability and guidance, this is the place to be. You can register via my website at rekishiamcmillan.com or by clicking the link on today's show notes. Second, I'm hosting an in-person Women's Healthy Heart workshop on February the 19th. It's going to be an incredible event where we'll connect over delicious, healthy food, as well as discuss practical ways to protect your heart health. Don't miss this opportunity to join a community of women who are committed to living well. You can register on my website or check out the link on today's show notes. So let's begin with a foundational truth from the scripture. God created food to nourish and sustain us in its purest form. In Genesis 9:3, God tells Noah, "Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you, just as I gave you the green plants, and now I give you everything." So this verse reminds us that God's design was natural, whole food, fruits, vegetables, grains, and meats to nourish our bodies. However, we live in a world where food has been altered and manipulated in ways that stray from that original intent. In Leviticus 19 and 19, it says that we should not plant our field with two kinds of seed, even not wearing clothing of two different kinds of material. And so this principle really reflects God's emphasis on purity and separation, even in agriculture. But today, genetically modified foods intermix with DNA from plants, from animals, chemicals, something that was never intended. If you'd like to know more about this, you can check out my book, Rock Your World Naturally: 7 Divine Keys to Unlock Extraordinary Health, where I have an entire chapter that's dedicated to GMOs. Now, let me share a personal story that shed light on this even more. A few weeks ago, I went to pick up my usual organic brown rice cakes. I've been buying the same brand for years, but this time I noticed something different on the front of the package. It said, "Made with regenerated processes." That immediately raised a red flag for me, and I suspected that it was genetically modified. Well, fast forward to the next week, I was shopping for another item, and when I checked the back of the package, there it was, bioengineered. It was a wake-up call to just how prevalent bioengineered and GMO foods are in our everyday groceries. The reality is nearly 75% of the food in grocery stores is processed. That means that it's been stripped of its natural nutrients, genetically modified, and filled with additives that can negatively affect our health. So why does this matter? Well, I'll share 4 reasons why. The first reason has to do with nutritional deficiencies. When foods are genetically modified or heavily processed, they lose the natural nutrients that our bodies need to thrive. Psalms 104:14 says, "He makes grass grow for the cattle and plants for people to cultivate, bringing forth food from the earth." So God intended food to come directly from the earth that is full of life-giving nutrients and not stripped of its benefits through man-made alterations or something that's been grown in a lab. The second reason has to do with weight gain. Processed and GMO foods often contain hidden sugars, additives, and preservatives that lead to inflammation and weight gain. Overindulgence in unhealthy, man-altered foods can leave us feeling fatigued and unwell. The third reason is hormonal imbalances. GMO foods disrupt our natural hormone balance, and these disruptions can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and more serious health challenges. And God's design for our bodies is harmony, and when we eat what He created, we support that balance. And then fourth and finally is decreased energy. Now, without proper nutrients, our bodies lack the energy that we need to serve God and others. Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us that those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. And so our ultimate strength and energy does come from God, but fueling our bodies with nourishing foods is a way to honor the temple that He gave us. So what can you do to protect and support your health? Well, reading labels is your first line of defense when it comes to protecting your health, and I want to share some tips to help you to navigate that. The first rule of thumb is to keep it simple. If the ingredient list is long and full of unpronounceable words, then put it back on the shelf. Whole natural foods should have minimal ingredients that you can recognize. I like to say that 5 ingredients or less is a rule of thumb to go by to keep it easy for you to follow. Secondly, look for keywords. Be wary of phrases like bioengineered or genetically modified or regenerated processes because these indicate that the product has likely been altered. And third and finally, you want to support local and sustainable. Whether you're shopping at your local farmers markets or buying meat, look for labels that say born, raised, and harvested in the USA. I highly recommend that you check out a website that I support, that I shop at called goodranchers.com, where you can buy meat that is locally sourced from ranchers and farmers. This provides a healthy and sustainable way to eat meat while supporting our American farmers and ranchers. That's goodranchers.com. So if you're wondering how to avoid these hidden dangers, here's where to start. Transition to whole food. Focus on organic fruits, vegetables, and naturally raised meats. You can also take time out to meal prep. Planning your meals ahead of time is going to help you to avoid reaching for those processed snacks. And then you also want to engage in community. Programs like My Feel Great 21 offer support and accountability as you make healthier choices. To learn more about GMOs, I want to invite you again to check out my book, Rock Your World Naturally, 7 Divine Keys to Unlock Extraordinary Health, where I dedicate an entire chapter for further strategies to support your health. So let's wrap it all up. Ladies, the scriptures reminds us in 1 Corinthians 10:31, so whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. By being intentional about what we put in our bodies, we honor the Lord and set ourselves up for a life of energy, balance, and vitality. I hope that today's episode has inspired you to start reading labels and making more informed choices. If you'd like to join my Feel Great 21 program or attend my Women's Healthy Heart workshop, don't forget to register at rekishiamcmillan.com or check out the link in today's show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the Integrative Medicine for Energy and Health podcast so that you never miss an episode. If you found this show helpful, please share it with a friend, leave a review. That would mean the world to me. Until next time, stay healthy, stay vibrant, and keep taking those small steps towards a healthier you. I'll leave you with St. John chapter 4, verse 34. And Jesus said, "My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work." Hey friend, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who may want to have more energy and improve their health naturally? Also, I would love it if you could leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It blesses me tremendously to know that this podcast is helping you. Alrighty then, it's time to go make a protein shake and go for a hike. No more days of feeling tired and drained. I'll see you in a few days for another episode. God bless.